So trial resumed this morning in the Manhattan District's election interference, business fraud, hush money case. And Michael Cohen is back on the stand. He's going to be wrapping up his cross-examination. And there's a little bit of redirect and things like that that will take place after his cross-examination. But after he is done, we are hearing that the prosecution will rest their case. They believe they have met the burden of beyond a reasonable doubt, and they have called everybody that's going to testify. They've entered every shred of evidence that they plan to enter into record. That's what we are hearing as of right now. Once they do, the defense will get a chance to present any case they care to present. Now, I am hearing some people are saying that the defense is going to not call any witnesses and they are just going to rest their case. That is their right. They do not have to present any evidence. They do not have to call a single witness. If they firmly feel that the prosecution did not meet their burden of beyond a reasonable doubt, they can rest their case every time. They do not have to call a witness. They do not have to present any evidence. Unlike some countries here in the United States, all of the burden is 100% on the prosecution. They have to prove that Donald Trump broke these statutes beyond a reasonable doubt, and then the jury has to agree with them in order for him to be found guilty. Now, it is a very risky move to not call any witnesses, to not offer any defense. The jury can draw whatever conclusion from that they want, and they might look at it and say, well, he didn't even attempt to refute any of these facts, and they only have to go on what was covered in cross-examination of these witnesses. That is, and they will when they get the case. When they are deliberating, that is something they will have to discuss and talk about amongst themselves. But it is not up to the defense to call any sort of witnesses or anything. I've heard other reporting that they could be wrapped up within a week and a half. Within a week or so, the jury could have this case and they could be deliberating. And it is entirely possible, if they don't call a single witness, that we could have closing arguments this week and the jury could be deliberating by this weekend. It is entirely possible. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a defense they put forward. I'm hearing they might not put forth any. I know Donald Trump has said he wants to testify in his own defense. And I don't know if he will. He'll probably come up with some excuse as to why he does not. But I've heard he also wants to. So if he takes the stand, that is also his right. And we'll see what happens if he does.